Hello, my little munchkins, my crones, and my little chickens. How are you this evening? Well, I hope that everything with you is copacetic. As for me, I had a pretty good day. Been a little busy, but overall, I had a very, very good day, and somehow a restful day on top of that. Dealing with the cold, and it's getting real chilly, and but there has been something that's been going on in the news, and honestly, I've been minding my own business. I try not to mess with it. I say, you know what, I'm gonna just leave people alone. I'm gonna let my people tell me who to read. But this woman I'm about to name, she has been all over me, driving me bananas everywhere in the news. She just came from, it's like she was asleep. It's like Sleeping Beauty. She came back and she's everywhere, all over the place. Who am I talking about? Madonna. Now, I love Madonna. I grew up with Madonna. So I understand Madonna, and I like the Madonna music. Madonna was it. And even now, she's 60 years old. People have a lot of negative things to say about her. Madonna has always been chicy. She's always been avant-garde. She's always been out there. I guess she just stepped back because she had to raise her children. I don't know. What's Madonna's sign? And what is Madonna's youngest child? Because I want to do a reading on Madonna. There are people calling her creepy. She's an old lady. She needs to sit down. Let me tell you, all of you young people out there that's young, like in your 20s and 30s. Let me say something. If you should be so blessed, maybe one day you're going to be 20. You're going to be 50. You're going to be 60. And how do you think you're going to act? It's so easy to sit back and talk about people, how they're behaving until you're that age. Every age comes with something. Every age. So unless you live it, leave these older people alone and let them do their thing. She ain't hurting nobody. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, you're not out there hurting, spitting on anybody. Let her do her thing. She deserve it. What has she done? Frankly, people say she looked awful. I think she looked fabulous, actually. For 60 years old, some of you look at your parents. Look at your aunties and uncles and see how they look at 60. For her to look like that at 60 years old, she looks great. She got her weight under control, She's just Madonna. She's freaky. She's out there. She's always been that way. Whether she's straight or gay, Madonna always struck me as bi. More, what is it? Heterosexual. But she seemed that she could go both ways, But I like Madonna, and I just really want to do a movie on it. And another thing about Madonna is a Kabbalist. So she studied the Kabbalah. So she's a very spiritual person. Sometimes don't let people persona let you judge them so harshly, especially if you are of a younger generation, like in the 20s and the 30s. You didn't really grow up with her, so you really don't understand her. But people in the 50s and 60s understand Madonna pretty well, and we loved her. And she was a pop icon. She was she was vicious, and she was good, and I loved her. And I just wanted to give her accolades before I read on her. Do you think that was too much, baby Crone?
No, not at all. Well, she is a Leo.
Okay.
Fitting.
That would be, gotta be seen. That fire. And that camera. That's Madonna. Go ahead.
And she has 2 young daughters that are 10.
Okay.
And the eldest looked like she was
older.
Yeah, 26.
Okay, so she has a daughter that's 26 years old, and she has a daughter that is 26, and she has a daughter that 10. She has what, twins?
Yes. And
does she have a son?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say she has 6 children in total.
Yeah, I'm gonna say look at that. Now you haven't heard nothing. How old are her kids? I'm just curious before I do her reading.
So we have the two
Madonna,
twins that are 10. Then we have one that is
Didn't she adopt some kids?
Yes.
Yes. See what I'm saying? Y'all, you know, I'm telling you.
16, 17, 22, and then the 26.
I mean, I don't know what it would be like for Madonna to be my mom. I have no idea what that would be like. But you don't hear nothing about her kids.
Huh?
You don't hear anything. You know, so what can you say? So when you sit back and judge a person, be careful. Because what are you going to be like when you're that age if you should be so blessed? That's all I'm saying. Don't be so quick to judge on these older women. She's not doing anything. She's just out there doing her. Whatever reason why, we're going to get to the bottom of why is Madonna out there feeling herself. I think it's a change of life. Some people go through it and some people respond differently. It's hard growing old. It really is. But you can't know that in your 30s or 20s or teens. You have no idea. But as you grow older, you'll see. Well, with that being said, I'm going to pick out and see this personality of Madonna. I feel like I just went on too long about Madonna, did I? I really wanted to shuffle these cards up. So while I was shuffling them, I just feel a need to really shuffle them. Okay? And let them really here. This is going to represent Madonna. You'll never believe which one come out. See? The High Priestess.
Oh.
What does that mean? That means that she's spiritual. That means she's got a lot of things going on inside of her, a lot of things that's going on inside of her that she herself either is dealing with or trying to deal with or cope with. So when the High Priestess come out, that lets me know there's some darkness, some moon, there's some water in her life, there's some things that she's dealing with. So let's go in and let's try to find out what is Madonna dealing with. Let's see, what is she dealing with? What's going on in your world, Madonna? Because you certainly was all up in mine. Here's a King
of Swords.
I didn't bring my glasses.
The King of Wands.
This can't be.
Justice. The Knight of Pentacles.
So when I see a lot of characters like this lets me know there's a lot of people in her life that is having some kind of impression on her that they showing up in the cards.
Five of Pentacles.
Also let me know she's had some hard times, or she's in a hard time, or she's dealing with something very emotional. We're going to get to the bottom line on this.
Nine of Cups.
Emotional.
10 of Wands.
Now they lightening up.
6 of Cups.
Going back in that childhood memory. And
7 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. The Hermit.
Towards the end, seeking, and last,
4 of Cups.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay. And the bottom line, here's another one, the dashing. So let me take a gander and just let me take a look at these cards and let me get a feel of what is it that you're saying to me. Okay. What I'm getting out of this, I feel like right now, it's a whole lot of energy, a lot of dark energy, a lot of things in her personality, not in her personality, in her life, in her personal life that's overwhelming for her. So from what I'm gathering, she's got a lot of things going on in her head. She's got a lot of energy. What do I mean? She has a lot of, here's a sword. So here's a sword that lets me know she's up in her head. That lets me know there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of thinking. That it's just like when, just constantly. Also, here's another thing that's foreign that has to deal with spirit. So I see that she's very spirited and she's active. She's always ready to go. She's always ready to do. She doesn't always pay attention to what she does. She just do it. If a thought comes, let's get it done, baby. Let's just do it. Also, in all of that, she has to learn justice. In other words, grounding, understanding what is lawful, what isn't, understanding what do the public expect from her, how to behave. She's learning this. All at the other time, it's like she's always about making her coins, making that money, and staying relevant. Because remember, the pentacles have to deal with the earthly realm, the material realm. So here is a horse standing still, not moving. Why? Because it wants to be seen. It's making its point. It's like it's making their money. As much as we talk about her, she's relevant. And if you didn't know about her, now my daughter, who's 23 years old, know about her. So she's making herself relevant. And so someone said that if she, when she, nobody's going to remember her and she'll be tarnished. I tell you, from my viewpoint, she'll just be like another Marilyn Monroe. What do you mean? We'll talk about her forever. You'll go into her young days and you'll come all the way up. How she lived her life, how she was out there, what she didn't apologize. When she was younger, she would do gross things with bottles and stuff. She was just that girl, So anyway, I see this 5 of spades show, this 5 of, don't tell me, Pentacles shows up. So that lets me know that there has been some struggle, that she's gone through some kind of struggle. And I'm trying to figure, is this the struggle with the children? But these doesn't seem like children because there is no children here. But there are men, like I see male and I see justice. And it seems like a lot of energy, males in and out of her life, male. I don't know, it could be 2, it could be 3, but I definitely see that she's active, but I do not see contentment at all. I don't see that. This card leads off with a 5, so let's go in. Also, I see a 6 of cups. So that lets me know that emotionally, there's a lot going on and she just can't figure it out. She's just reacting. It's like, I'm just reacting out there. She needs to do it. It's like for her. I don't know what's going on in her inner life, but I know outwardly she has to express it. She needs to be out there. She needs for you to see me. I don't want to say she's crying out. I'm just saying she's putting out energy. You're going to know me. You're going to remember me. I don't want to be forgotten. I'm not, I was raising my kids. Now I'm out here. I'm back. It isn't like back with music. She's like trying to fit in a new world in a new way. We all are, other than the youngins over here in their 20s, and the ones in their 20s, they born in it. They went to school. They learning all of this. But for the older people, we're learning the technology age and how to blend. Everything is TV. The days of people getting famous and traveling around, it seems like those days are going to be short. You're going to get famous over the music you make. I think that it's going to come a day where you won't have Beyoncé's and Madonna's and Whitney Houston's and all of that, because it's just going to be, hey, everybody's for themselves. You like it, we vote for you, and we'll just keep you going. And once you just fall off. I think the days are coming where, it's not going to be like, I can take off 4 years and come back out. Unless you come out with a hit, this younger generation don't care like that. And so here we find Madonna in the middle of all of this chaos, trying to revamp and revitalize herself and make herself relevant. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So also I see here that she works hard at it. You know, someone says she doesn't look good. She looks very good. She looks great actually as far as I'm concerned. She done had some work done to her lips. You know, they look kind of like hard lips. It's okay. It's okay. She look good. She got her weight now. She pretty healthy. She's got I believe that she have a butt implants. Although I think they look artificial. But hey, if it worked for you, who am I to judge? Also, I see that she definitely had that child inside of her, and that she deals with her children, that she really deals with them. I'm not really going to get into how she mothers or anything like that. I think that's a little too personal, so I just want to keep it about her. But I definitely see that she has a rapport with her children, and that she deals with them, and that she's there for them. I see that she works hard, and she's always about her home life. However, the way she represents herself and the way we see her on TV, you would never think so. But here the cards are showing, yes, she's home. She had moments where she's home, she chills, she has a lot of emotions, she thinks about things, but she's about her home. She's about working, going home, taking care of her home, her children. She loves them, you know? Here it is. She's had relationships with her home. Her children is her life. She works very hard at her home life. Very hard for it to be stable. And she will fight or anything that come up against her family. So, however, she's always seeking. She's seeking truth. She's seeking knowledge. She's always seeking. And however, anything, she's not going to accept anything just because you say it's so. She's the type of person, from what I'm gathering from the reading of the cards, she's like, I'm going to do it my way. You can tell me this away, but if I ain't feeling it, I got to do it my way. Let's see. Let's see here. So is there a question you have to ask?
Does Madonna enjoy being in the spotlight?
Madonna, do you enjoy being in the spotlight? Let me see. The Chariot, of course I do. You ain't gonna leave me behind. I was born for the spotlight. She's like, no, yes, the Chariot. It's like, what does that mean? It's like this Chariot is not even moving. Some chariots are moving. This Chariot is like, hey, I'm here, in your face. Yes, I had to go. I had to raise my kids. They are pretty much stable. At 10 years old, you can stretch out a little. And she's like, yeah, here, Wheel of Fortune. What does that mean? This is my time, my season, and I'm spinning the wheel. I'm not ready to grow old. I'm not ready to grow tired. Even though I have children and I'm living my life, I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet. This is what I'm getting out of this read.
I have another question.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
So, does Madonna...
You really don't know.
No, I forgot my question as soon as I said it.
That's okay, go ahead.
Oh, right. So, how does Madonna feel about people's commentary on her?
Madonna, how do you feel about the people commentary? Right here. She love it. What do you mean? All press is good press? It's like, hey, you talking about me, you notice me. Remember, this is about me being in your face. It's about me here. It's like I'm a riddle. I'm in your face. I'm a riddle. What you gonna say? I'm an old lady. You talk about me. This is the same Madonna a few years ago in a New York apartment. Somebody filmed the mice in the background. So she doesn't care. I mean, she's been around for 30 years or more? What can you say about Madonna that she haven't heard, she haven't seen, and she don't know? I mean, this woman had a relationship with Dennis Rodman, for God's sake. So think about it. And this was back in Dennis Rodman was in his heyday. He's a famous basketball player. I know. And he used to dress weird, dress like a female, and the people used to be so angry with him because he was going against the norm on the basketball field, I don't know, what is it? Basketball court. So, yeah, so what do people say about her? She don't sweat the small stuff. If she has something to say, she'll say it. But she knows that she's going to get ridiculed. But her thing has been, I'm going to be me. You don't have to like me. She remind me of this lady. I think her name is, I don't know, she's a designer. I think her name is Betsy something, and she could do the flips and stuff. That's another one. These people are legendary because they don't let their age define them. You see? So when I look at Madonna, I look at her and say, wow, she doesn't let her age define her. She's always been wild. She's always dressed wild in that bonds and chains. She's always been into things like that. She's always been highly sexual. She's always been, I would say, bi, or had those moments. Heterosexual, but like to play, you know, she liked to kiki around. She's always been that way. So from the public persona, but from seeing her, knowing her, I don't know, Madonna, everything I'm saying to you is allegedly. I'm not alleging anything. The cards are saying what the cards are saying. I'm just saying whether or not it's true. I can't know that because I don't know it, but I trust my cards to know. My intuition is telling me that these are some heavy cards that's showing out, and that Madonna is definitely dealing with a change of life. Definitely. And she decided, because she was quiet for a while, at least here in America. I don't know, does she still live in America or does she live in England? I mean, she had left. I mean, from one point in time, Madonna was speaking like she was a true Brit. You know? And I love Madonna, and I'm always for someone who doesn't, that defines. So she reminds me of Grace Jones. They decided, I'm not going out like that. You're not going to box me in a corner. I'm going to be me. And that's good, because as we all age, they let us know it's okay. Somebody got to set a standard. Somebody got to cross the line for us. So when all of us start growing older, or you and other people, we all start reaching those ages, we start knowing how to handle it. Go ahead.
Yes. From an article from September 1st of this year, it says that she lives in Lesbian. It's a place in Portugal. Lesbian. It's a place in Portugal.
She lives in Portugal. Where's Portugal? Lesbian. See, where is Portugal? Like, I don't even know where Portugal is. Like, you know, so, see, that's what I'm saying. She was living in England.
A southern European country. Okay. Oh, that borders Spain.
Okay, Spain. Okay. So she in that Latin world, right? So she's always been fiery. Like I said, she's always had trouble with the United States going to get it, going to get their going against their rules and regulations, but all at the same time, she would give you a powerful show, you know. So what else can I say about Madonna? There's a lot of things in her life. Like I said, there's a lot of men. She's highly sexual. She's going through some darkness, though. I have to admit, like I said, inner change within herself. There's some inner changes that she's dealing with, and as I said, as she aged, a lot of this is dealing with age. It could be a relationship that's not working out, or whatever. Something is in her life that is causing her to definitely react. Because after she reacts and she goes and she sits down, and then you know when something's up, because she'll do something outlandish again. But that is Madonna, and she's staying relevant. So one other card, that the outcome. What can I see in Madonna? Like, what can I see in her? Like, is she okay though? Is she mentally okay? Is Madonna mentally? Judgment fell out. So I was going to end it, but I'm going to get one from the top. But I'm going to say right now, mentally, she's in a crossroads in her life. You know, she's in a crossroads because, you know, we have the high priestess, right? We have justice, and now we have judgment, and we have the sun. We already know that what people say is not going to weigh her down. She can override that. It doesn't matter. We also know that she's in a point in life where she's making a whole nother change, a difference. So this is the wheel of fortune. She's ready to go around. She's ready to do round two. You know, it's like that phase of life. She's starting into a whole new phase. She's dealing with a whole lot of things about herself, learning herself, her desires, what she wants. She's just going through a darkness of the soul right now, not in a negative way, but trying to fit in with who she wants to be. I guess the best way I can say is she's in reinventing herself again. She knows she can't go out there and travel and do shows. I'm sure she could do a show here and there, like sharing the best of them. But I'm just saying, she's not out there. You understand what I'm saying? You don't expect her to go out there and make music and be like Nicki Minaj or Taylor Swift. You just expect her to be her, you know? And her outcome, did I pick her outcome card? Yes. Did I pick it?
No. You said you was going to pick it from the top.
Top to top, right. So yes, like I said, she's in a crossroads with things in her life, a crossroads. There's some things that she's dealing with, that she's got to come to terms with, that she's got to deal with. And the outcome, this is it. So let me pick. The world is her oyster. She's emotional. The world is her oyster. Everything is before her. And she's got to choose and start bringing it all in to who she wants to be. How she wants to be remembered. How she wants to be thought of. How she wants her legacy to be. She wants to write the end of her story. And when she do, she's going to do it her way. So I hope that you enjoyed that read of Madonna. Like I said, I was just doing a random read. I wish Madonna was sitting right there. Oh my goodness, because you know when you're around them and you around that energy and they asking questions, you could roll. But nevertheless, I just see that this is some inner turmoil with Madonna. I think Madonna's going through a darkness of the soul in the sense of a changing of life, of a dealing with who she want to be, who she want her persona to be. And I think that she's going through reinvention of her life. And I see that, like I said, she done been through some hard times. Like she done suffered some hard times, some heartbreak, some devastation. And you know, these stars and famous people, they're not exempt from anything. They just like you and me. The only thing is they have fame and fortune. But they just like you and me. So she's going through who she is, the shadow self, trying to figure herself out. She's very spiritual, very spiritual. If anything I take away from this, I say, remember this about Madonna. She's very spiritual, and know that her name, Madonna, has to do with the moon. So just know she's a very spiritual person. She's just going through an affliction of the soul right now, figuring it all out, the change of life, the change of gods, who she wants to be, what she don't want to deal with. So we get to see it and how she wants to write the end of her story. So with that being said, I hope you so enjoyed that read. Again, I know just a little bit more about Madonna. And I hope that if Madonna ever see this, which I doubt, but if she ever do, I hope that she appreciate this read, because I feel like I nailed it to some degree. I really do. I can't always articulate it, but this is all about her dealing with her inner man, her inner woman, her inner self. Who she wants to be, what she wants the world to see, how she wants to end her story, how she wants to write her story, what she wants to do at this stage of her life other than mommy. This is deep, very deep, but she's working it out. So with that being said, I thank you for joining me, my little crones, my little munchkins, my little chickens. All I need, all baby crone and I need is 25 more. 25 more. And come on over here, baby crone. Come on over here. Please come over here. Please. Come over here. Drag your chair over. Drag your chair over. Thank you, baby crone.
Oh, right when I put my sweater
Yes.
on.
25 more. That's all we need, and we're at 500. Can you imagine going to minister at a church or any function and you have 500 people? That's a lot of people. Okay, you may say 500 is not a lot. Have a party.
Yes.
And have drinks and food at a fancy place and tell me about 500. Have a wedding reception and invite 500 people. You'll see. We're grateful. 25 away. Please, guys, support us. We really, 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 really need you. And we're going to give you a hug, okay? Now show your face. That's for you. Thank you, baby Crone.
You're welcome.
So, thank you for joining us on my read on Madonna. I hope you enjoyed it. Ciao.